What is up everybody, BobaTalks here, and I'm back with another Gotham video. A lot of people have asked me to break down this trailer. I was going to do so all along, but it's just I've only got around to doing it today. But what a trailer this was. It was absolutely insane seeing all the preview for episode 13. This episode looks like there's going to be a lot of development happening, so there's a lot to be excited for. So I'm just going to give my thoughts on all the scenes that we saw in the trailer. As always, everyone, if you do end up enjoying this video, I'd really appreciate if you hit that like button, and be sure to share with all the Gotham family out there on Twitter or Facebook or any other social media. But as always, before I go into it, I'm sure many of you have seen the trailer, but just in case, here's the trailer.
They're all over the city. He's gonna bring back Jerome.
There are no rules. Kill who you want. What's death between a friend? Me or
Okay guys, so in the first scene in the trailer, you can just really see that Gordon and Bullock are just really pressing down and gathering up all the evidence of the Jerome cult. It's just that typical police detective work where, you know, they've got these photos and they're like, this is what all that graffiti means, and just how the cult are everywhere all over Gotham. Now in the next scene of the trailer, we get a better look of the Jerome cult base of operations, and you can really see how big this is. It's just absolutely huge, and it seems to be some kind of abandoned factory slash warehouse. But what interests me even more in this trailer is we get a lot more scenes of the news station. So in the next scene, you can see Dwight just letting loose with like this machine gun, and then we're giving a different angle, and you can see on the news set here, this is where they haven't actually vandalized it yet. And I'm really excited to see this in the episode, because causing anarchy and mayhem on this level in the city is definitely got to get some attention to the cult of Jerome, and this is going to be something that goes down in history in Gotham forever. I mean, just imagine if this happened in real life, it would be insane. So you can really see what the producers mean, where this whole Jerome story arc will completely impact Bruce into thinking that something needs to be done, because the city is just plummeting into darkness as far as the eye can see. So here we get another shot of Dwight, and you know what, I really praise David's acting. He's, you know, to be honest, in another world I could see him playing the Joker. He's got a wicked laugh, he's got a wicked smile, and he's just got all the crazy features that, you know, would be deserving of a chance to play the Joker. So I'm really happy with Dwight's performance in the show, and I just don't think they could have got anyone better to, you know, be a follower slash cult leader of Jerome's cult. So following the end of last episode, we obviously know that Dwight wanted to get Jerome's time. They got him to revive him, and here we can obviously see that it is him looking over Jerome's body when he's still in the Indian Hill stasis chamber. So this is just continuing on for that moment where, you know, they're going to take him out of the ice cube basically and revive him. So we get a bit of Barbara in the trailer just teasing the swag and badassery she's going to get up to, working in collaboration with Nigma to take down Penguin. So I'm really excited for the trio of, well, I guess you could call it 4 people: Butch, Tabitha, Nigma, and Barbara just working together. Although, if Lee isn't going to die, it's most likely going to be Butch or Tabitha. But my money is kind of on Butch more than anyone. And now here we get a different angle of the clown prince of crime, Jerome himself, in the trusty old leather jacket with the police uniform on, which does take us back to the Maniacs days of season 2. And this is just a different angle of when he's getting ready to light that fuse or whatever he's doing for when he's recording that video. The one thing I am, you know, upmost happy with this whole arc so far, and what they've shown us through these trailers, is I really like the elements they're taking of Death of the Family. I mean, obviously, you know, the staples on the face is a huge element of that Joker storyline, but also just the base of operations in the background. You can kind of see to the right of Jerome here, but there is a better shot for it, which I'll show you later. There's that computer, which really does kind of mirror the comic book front cover, where the Joker's just sat there with all those screens around him, and they definitely took the elements of that scene in the comic and put it into this abandoned factory, or this, you know, base of operations of where the cult of Jerome operate. Now the next scene we see that Selina is like punching Bruce, but it could just be cleverly edited. I saw one of you actually comment that, and I do agree, promos are often misleading. They do it to make you excited and just make things questionable. And, you know, theorizing and speculating is fun, so that is why they do it. But here we see, you know, Selina's mean-ass face, and then we see Bruce just getting punched. So, I mean, it could be just training, as I saw one of you say in the comment section, or it could just be like Bruce saying something about her mum, or just saying, you know, perhaps maybe your mum's just using you for the money that I have, and then she just slaps him because Selina doesn't want to believe that about her own mother. But I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. What do you reckon this scene is all about? So here we see Tabitha all geared up, just like the Barbara photo, you know, causing mayhem and most likely working with Nigma to cause all the anarchy for Penguin. Now, I believe this scene with Gordon and Bullock is just running towards, you know, the location of the news station. I mean, I think with all the SWAT in the background, everything coming in, this is where Dwight is on the stage and they've got the guns and, you know, basically the casting crew are filming them and broadcasting to the whole of Gotham City. And this is where Jim and Bullock are finally catching up to that. Now, this is a really popular scene in the trailer, which everyone is questioning. I believe Jerome says something along the lines of what's death between friends, and this is where, because Dwight is, you know, basically rumored to not be in episode 14, Jerome might kill him for stealing his face, or just kill him just because he's goddamn crazy. But, you know, just the way he says, you know, what's death between friends, he might just be basically saying here, you know, I'm just gonna kill you for the fun of it, but, you know, it's gonna be okay. This is all for the unexplainable, crazy logic of the Joker, or, you know, Jerome. And to be honest, I don't think Dwight would be that panicked. I think he would kind of happily die for Jerome. I mean, sure, they could play it where Dwight's like, oh, please don't kill me, I'd do anything for you. But just going by how crazy all this stuff is, I think when Jerome's saying, you know, what's death between friends, that Dwight might just, you know, say, I'm up for it. Could also be that through dying, you know, Jerome wants Dwight to die and to come back maybe, you know, because now Jerome's come back even darker through death, which they have said he has got darker and he has changed slightly. Maybe he's like saying, what's death between friends, you know, come on, let's kill you and bring you back with some voltage. I'm not saying they're going to do that, but I'm saying that it could start off that way and then Jerome just doesn't follow through with sending the volts through his brain that gets him reanimated. But let me know what you think. Do you think Dwight is going to die by Jerome's hands, and do you think it's going to be willingly, or do you think he's going to fearfully die and, you know, not want Jerome to kill him? Here we see Penguin getting pretty pissed off and slamming down a knife or whatever it is into Barbara's club. So I think that Penguin is suspecting that Barbara or maybe Tabitha have something to do with everything that's going on recently, but he still might not suspect Nigma, but this could be why he's going to Barbara's club. So here we see that same image, I believe, from the January trailer where Jim is throttling, you know, a fellow police member, but I'm pretty confident from these photos that he's a member of the cult of Jerome. They're, you know, as I keep saying, they're absolutely everywhere. So he could have been the one who actually aided Jerome to escape with Lee, possibly, if he does actually in fact escape with Lee after putting that gun to her head in that photo we saw before. Here we see Bullock come in with a gun. This is obviously just after they've busted in and they're going in the news studio, and we've just got some reactions of some crazy ass cult members. But really, these photos is when, you know, Bullock is basically stormed in the news center, where it's now vandalized, which you can see, with Dwight on stage with the face on. So this is where I think it's all going downhill, perhaps for Dwight, because obviously this could be where he gets a bit busted, and Jerome still is dead at this point, but he might have sent some volts through him, but he isn't reanimated yet. So whilst all this is sort of falling down and he's been caught on the news station with Jerome's face on, that could be near where the end of the episode Jerome might wake up. But yet at the same time, Dwight might make it away, since Jerome does have to get reanimated still, and he does still have to get his face back, so he's gonna have to get his face back one way or the other. But how creepy is it that Dwight is wearing Jerome's face there? It is just absolutely horrifying. And now, as to the reason why he wears his face, I think maybe he attempts to bring him back, and maybe it might not be so successful, so he might then cut the face off, thinking, you know, at least I can wear this and inspire loads more people a bit more by wearing the face. And then eventually towards the end of the episode, Jerome might actually wake up, and then Jerome wakes up with his face off, you know, and then he goes to Dwight, and he might thank him obviously for waking him up, but he wants his face back, and then it might go to proceeding to kill Dwight, like I said before with that whole theory. So in this scene as well, we see the whole Jerome cult rallying, and basically this is because Dwight is making a speech in a future photo, which I'll show in a second. But this photo that we're seeing now is Dwight bringing Jerome back to life, I'm pretty sure. I mean, just the look on his face when he's, you know, slamming those volts onto whatever body is laying on the table, I'm pretty sure it's after the end of last episode where he's attempting to bring back Jerome. Now this scene here is where Gordon is actually interrogating one of the cult members of Jerome, because there is now, I believe, a 40-second clip on the Fox website of this actual scene from episode 13 of James Gordon talking to this member, and he's absolutely crazy, just saying, we're everywhere, you know, you can't stop us. So this is probably around halfway through the episode when they're, you know, gathering more evidence about the cult of Jerome. But here is the next photo of what I mentioned a minute ago, where we see the whole cult of Jerome is rallying in their base of operations, and then Dwight is giving the speech, and it looks like he has got Jerome's face on. So this is probably where Dwight embraces that he might have to be the man who's, you know, inspiring everyone just like Jerome did, possibly because he failed to bring Jerome back to life, but we all know Jerome is coming. But this photo is where we see Jerome is lighting that fuse. Now the interesting thing about this photo is, you know, this is from where he's recording another one of those videos, just like the Maniacs video, but I keep wondering what this fuse is used for. I don't think it is going to be because he's blowing up his own base of operations, but at the same time It could well be, because the next photos I'm showing you now, you can see that Jim is overlooking the city, and it could be him looking at the explosion about to happen. But a fun fact as well is you can see in the corner of this photo a little Easter egg of Batman. You can see on the bridge the way it's lit up, and one of you guys actually told me this. You can actually see it is the bat symbol, so I really like how they chucked that in there. Well spotted to the person who sent that to me. I can't remember off the top of my head, but the comment will be appearing now. But yeah, judging by the look of Jim's face and judging by the fact he's on the rooftop, something is about to go down. But anyway guys, let me know what you thought of this trailer in the comments below. And I know most of you have probably seen this trailer already. If you did end up enjoying this video, be sure to leave a like, as it really does help me out, and be sure to share it with all the Gotham family out there on Twitter and Facebook. Just to let you know guys, with the recent Harley Quinn news possibly coming in episode 22, I will be doing a separate video on that tomorrow, so be sure to check out the channel tomorrow, and by clicking that bell button to enable alerts so you never miss out on a single video on this channel. But overall guys, this trailer has me hyped. I'm sure it has you hyped as well, and I can't wait for episode 13. It looks like stuff is really going to start developing in this episode, so it's going to be really exciting to watch. But as always everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.